Alright guys, so the reason for this video, I've decided to change my name. And let's check it out.
Hey, Vern.
Hey! Alright guys, so the reason I'm making this video is I had decided that I was going to change my YouTube name. And why am I going to change my YouTube name? Well, before, when I was in the Philippines, it made sense. That was my primary focus. But now that I'm outside traveling, I'm doing other videos besides the Philippines. So it only makes sense to change the name to reflect my content. Otherwise, I'm not going to have people watching my content for the reasons I want them to. So imagine you have a Chevrolet engine. You stick it into a Ford pickup truck. Now, a lot of people might not like that because it's not one or the other. It's kind of a combination of the both. So I can't call it a Ford and I can't really call it a Chevrolet because it's a hybrid. It's kind of a dual purpose thing. But if I call it a hot rod, like my channel, a hot rod channel, then it's okay. People expect hot rods. They know what they're going to get. So that's where I'm at. It's time to make a hot rod channel. Just like traveling through this tunnel. We're going to go on one side as Hey Vern Philippines, and we're going to come out the other side as Hey Vern Travels.
Hey, Vern.
Hey! My home base will stay the Philippines once it's open. Now, the thing that I'm going to try to do differently is I'm going to try to do a lot of traveling. And so this channel has reached almost the 6-month milestone. And traveling wasn't something that I was able to do before in the Philippines on this channel. So hopefully in the future, that will change. And I know that's why you signed on board, because you are into the Philippines. And so am I truly am. And that's where my channel will migrate for the majority of its content. Yeah, so that's it, you guys. I tried changing some thumbnails that I made. And I changed 5 at one time. And all of a sudden, everything on my channel just kind of went kittywampus. My last video didn't start performing properly. And so I'm a little shy to do too much at once. I'm just going to do it slowly. Hello, kids. Hello, marhaba. Thank you. So basically, I'm going to have to go very slow on my changes on my channel. And hopefully it won't crash the system. So I think to better serve the people that want a wide range of content from traveling, from living abroad, this change makes a lot of sense. So that's it, you guys. I've decided to make those changes. So what do you think about that? Also, there's another thing I've been thinking. What are you guys interested in seeing the most? Is there some content that you'd really like to see? Do you want me to do a live stream? Would you be interested if I started doing some live streaming? Or not so much? So I leave that up to you guys. I would consider doing a live stream maybe once every other week or maybe once a week. It's not something I want to do all the time, but I would sure consider doing it if that was something that you guys were really interested in. So let me know. Give me your thoughts. I'd have to go into town and use the internet cafe because the internet is so bad here. I don't think it would be very good if it were 120p, which is what sometimes the internet has defaulted to when I've tried to watch a video at 120p. Not too exciting. I think the old televisions were maybe even better than that. I could be wrong, but I think the quality was a little better. So it is just a really gorgeous day today. Nice to be out, light jacket weather. We're in Selçuk, Ephesus. Hey guys, so I'm out for just this really long walk. I started walking along the railroad tracks and I see these mountains and hills and I just kind of kept going for it. And now I'm looking up at this mountain, I see this cave. And I'm like, oh my God, and it looks like it's on private land. I'll show you here. So there's some mountains here. And there's Ephesus in the distance. And then there's this mountain cave, which is really cool. Check that dude out. Is that freaking cool or what? I want to know what's in there and how many years that was used for. Look at that. And being a foreigner, yeah, I'd probably have a little bit of grace, but I don't want any dogs coming after me. There were some dogs down at the bottom of the hill. It kind of had me spooked. But look at this place. This is just someplace I want to go to really bad. Maybe it's nothing, but I have a feeling it is something. Something maybe dating way back. What do you guys think? What do you see? All right, so we're just cruising around, heading back, trying to figure out if this angle works better for you guys. You can see what's passing by. Maybe it's better than holding it straight out, holding it off to the side. Something different. Anyway, a lot of these little berries in here. I was trying to grow some fruit in Oregon, and I remember seeing pictures of these. Let me try one. Let's see what they're like. Let's see if I can taste just a tiny bit of it. No flavor, no smell. Yeah, that may be okay. This place is loaded with them. As I die now. Yeah, if you're gonna try something that you're not sure of, just taste a tiny bit of it and spit it out. Don't consume it. It's not a good plan. So, I'm thinking about possibly going somewhere else instead of enduring a winter. I haven't thought that through completely yet, but I knew I needed to have some options. So I chose Albania. I may do that for a month. If something in Asia opens up first, I may go there. My ticket to Albania was $80. I don't really want to lose that, but if I can get a really good deal in Asia and be closer to the Philippines, so when it does open, it'll be an easier transition. Now, some people had mentioned Bali being open, and the cost to get in there is about $500. Now, my flight to Bali, I think, is about $600 to $700 US from here. So I'm going to be into that for quite a bit of money to get to that point. It wouldn't be a ton of money to go from the Philippines to Bali, but it was still, what was it? Maybe about $250 one way. Maybe I could get one for $200. So I'm kind of trying to pencil that out in my brain. You can get into Bali, I guess, on what's called a business visa. And you need a sponsor and a letter from a sponsor. And I believe you can renew it. I forget exactly how many times. I think it's up to 6 months. Or it's 6 months and then you can extend 4 times. I forget how it all works out, but was it 60 days and then you can extend 4 times? I can't remember. I think that's maybe what it was. So you get in on an initial visa and then you can extend. And I think that's the only way you can get in. But the thing is if you're going to go that route, you need to make sure that whatever airline you're flying with is not going to cancel, because you could be out potentially $400 plus, depending on where you're going from, buying your airline ticket and then having it cancel out and not getting a refund for quite a long time. I'm still waiting on my refund that I booked for September to go back to the US. That was like $1,500. And they said, oh yeah, we've got a refund on the way and it should be there within 8 weeks. Well, this was August 4th and it's November 4th now. So I called yesterday and they're like, oh, well, call us back in a couple days, and if we don't hear anything, then maybe we can do something different. So there's a lot of apartments out here, a lot of homes on the hill. This is basically Seljuk. And they have this really wonderful bike path here. Goes all the way along the tracks, the whole length of town. Very cool. You know, this scene could be in rural America, just like you were growing up.
Hey, 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 Vern.